This is real estate coach Craig Proctor. Come on in. We're going to talk about why is it that we don't do better in real estate? Why is it that so many agents struggle? What is the number one reason that real estate agents fail? Is it because they're lazy? Is it they're not go-getters? I don't think so. That may be true. Some of them might not be cut out for sales. Some of them might not be self-starters, might be kind of lazy. But we have to look at the fact that there's lots of real estate agents that are good salespeople. They're energetic, they work hard, and they're still failing. So the truth is, the number one reason why real estate agents fail is they don't have an effective lead generation system. Okay, now, without an effective lead generation system, you could be the best salesperson in the world, and you are literally going to starve to death because you've got nobody to sell to. So we need to get buyers and sellers calling us. We can't be buying leads from Zillow and Realtor. You know they don't answer the phone, and you're finding that very frustrating. So if we're going to have a more successful year, we have to look at what we're doing and realize it's not getting us the results that we want. So simply trying to do more of what we're already doing is not going to cut it. Okay, that's an old paradigm, right? We do certain things that we don't even like. It gets us results that we don't like, and we keep doing it over again. Many of you know my story. Within 3 years of getting my real estate license, I was named the #1 RE/MAX agent in the world. And the way I was able to do this wasn't through experience or connections, because I'd never sold anything in my life before. It was because I had an excellent marketing system that provided me a steady stream of ready-to-act buyers and sellers. Now, I've taught this system to over 30,000 real estate agents, and I've created more millionaire agents than any other coach or trainer or guru out there. Now, I know when you go through your news feed on social media, everyone is a real estate coach. I get that. It's unbelievable that everybody is a real estate coach. Everyone is a guru. Whether I'm your guy or not, I suggest that you look at the track record of the person you're taking advice from, because some of these people are pretenders. They have literally never made millions of dollars with what they're sharing with you. Okay, they made it up. They invented it. A lot of people see real estate agents as like that's our target audience. Okay, these people are who we're going to target, and we're going to try to sell them stuff so we can make money. So we're going to look at what we know works in real estate. Number one, we got to set ourselves apart from all the other real estate agents, right? Just like everyone's a real estate coach, everyone's a real estate agent. Way too many real estate agents. Now, here in 2025, we'll probably find that half the real estate agents will get out of the business, and we'll be stuck with we'll be with the real competitive agents at that point, which means you're going to have to up your game. So we need to be offering buyers and sellers something that they can't get anywhere else. Okay, because the buyers believe they can get all the information on homes without you. They don't need a real estate agent to find a house. They can go to Zillow, they can go to Redfin. What I want you to start offering is things that we know they really want, but they can't find anywhere else. So these are going to be homes that are not available to the open public. Okay, so examples of that would be any off-market properties. Okay, they could be expired listings. Okay, they could be pre-foreclosures, because we can show you how to get pre-foreclosures. Okay, they could be builder closeouts. So, the buyer walked away from the new construction home, and the builder has standing inventory they need to sell. We need to be offering something that the buyers really, really want, that they can't do a Google search. They can't go online and they can't find this information. And they can't get this information from other real estate agents. When we get the buyers to call us, then we'll get listings, because many of these buyers will also have homes to sell. So the easiest way for you to get listings is to get that buyer, the person with a house, to call you first as a buyer, right? You probably have sellers right now that would like to make a move, but they can't find a property that's suitable for them. And so because they haven't been able to find the right house, they're reluctant to list their home. I mean, not just reluctant, they just will not list their home until we can find them another property. So that's the strategy that I used. I targeted move-up areas because I knew that every buyer that responded to this advertising would have a house to sell. And so instead of running advertising that said, hey, I need listings, or do you want a free market evaluation, which again, the sellers believe, well, you tell me, when a seller wants to find out what their house is worth, where do they go, right? They go to Zillow. They go to Redfin. That's what they believe. So they believe they don't need a real estate agent to find a house, and they don't need a real estate agent to find out what their house is worth. If you haven't checked in already, please let me know the city that you sell real estate in. Let's check in right now. I have a special gift for all of you today if you check in. We're going to send you out a free report on what we're talking about. My advice to you is you need to learn the marketing yourself so you understand it and that you can do it, and eventually you can delegate some of this, but it's vitally important that you understand what's going on. There's a difference between delegating your marketing and abdication. Abdication means you don't even know how it works. So a lot of you may be abdicating right now. You've got someone that runs your Facebook ads, you got somebody that does this and that for you, but you truly don't understand it. You need to be involved in your marketing. If we look at all the rainmaker activities, a rainmaker activity is something that you do that changes the difference, right? So we could argue getting keys cut is not a rainmaker activity. Taking pictures of houses or making feature sheets, not a rainmaker activity, because you could hire somebody for way less than what you're worth per hour to take care of those tasks. But right at the very top is marketing. There's nothing more important. There's nothing that will make you more money than being a student of marketing. That's all I did. Remember, my story here is I knew nothing about sales, never sold anything in my life before. I had no money. And within 3 years of getting my real estate license, I was named #1 in the world for RE/MAX. How did I do that? Was I a super salesperson? I don't think so. I think my marketing was so good. I mean, if we take anybody that's fairly competent in sales and you have a ton of buyers and sellers calling them saying, hey, I want to buy a house or I want to list my house, I think any of us could be superstars, right? So that is how I did this. Now, it worked so well for me, other real estate agents wanted to learn, like, how's this guy doing it? You know, he didn't even have his license 3 years ago. Now the guy's the #1 RE/MAX agent in the world. Here's what is of interest to all of you. There's nothing special about me. Everything that I did and would teach you to do is completely duplicatable, and that's exactly what happened. So over the last 25 years, I've had 30,000 agents come through my training, and I've created more millionaire agents than any other coach or trainer or guru because we have a formula for marketing. And here's the formula. We call it the triple M formula, like M is in Michael. Okay, the first M in the formula is your message. You got to have a good message, right? So your message can't be, I'm going to email you the houses on MLS, because to the buyer, that means, okay, I can just go to the internet. I don't need you. Okay, it can't be to want a free home evaluation because I can just go to Zillow and type in my address and get an idea of what my house is worth. So you've got to have a killer message. Many of you do not have messages that are strong enough. You're not offering something so big that the buyer and seller do the very thing you want them to do, which is to call you. Okay, so my new definition of a lead is somebody that picks up the phone and they call you. Not these leads you're buying from Zillow, okay, where the prospects don't even scraped information, right? They didn't opt into anything. That's why when you call them, they don't know what you're talking about. You're very poorly positioned. Plus, the other problem is you don't talk to them because people don't answer the phone. Okay, that's been a big behavioral change. Buyers and sellers are not answering the phone. That's why it's so depressing. Calling these so-called leads that you buy is you can't get a hold of them. And if you can't reach them, you can't qualify them, and you can't tell them about all the great things you do, and you can't get them signed to a listing agreement or a buyer agreement and make any money. However, you keep buying the leads anyway, even though you say this sucks and this doesn't make sense. So we're going to replace your message with a better message. The message has to be so good that they want to call you to get it. You have to start offering things not only that the buyers and sellers want, but they can't find that information anywhere else. So that's your message. The next M, the second M, as in Michael, in the Craig Proctor Triple M formula, is your market, your target market. Some of you might think of like, okay, my farm area. So it could be a geographical farm area, a neighborhood, a zip code, a bunch of streets. But your target audience could also be a certain type of prospect. Could be, you could target first-time buyers, move-up buyers, luxury home buyers, empty nesters, right? So these are all subgroups. We know that we can't be everything to everyone, right? So what we want to do is we want to take your limited budget, right? Because you're not Coca-Cola, right? The good news for Coca-Cola is everyone in the world is their customer, right? And they spend gazillions of dollars advertising literally to everyone in the world. Well, as small independent business people, we don't have unlimited funds. So we have to do the research. We teach you how to do the research on MLS to determine your ideal, your perfect target market. Now, once we know the target market, we can tailor the message to perfectly match the marketplace. Now, the final M in the triple M formula, so we've got your message, the market, the final is the media. That's your final M, the media. How are we going to deliver this marketing message to this piece of the market that we've determined is the best opportunity for us? So when you've got the right message, going to the right marketplace, being delivered by the best media, whether that's online or offline, you get the right results. Is this making sense? Maybe smash the like button. Give me maybe a little heart if this is making sense. What I want to impress upon you is, it doesn't matter how good a salesperson you are unless you have a steady stream of buyers and sellers. Okay, now, the topic here today is, what is the number one reason real estate agents fail? Yeah, some of them are just not cut out for sales. We get that, right? You've met real estate agents before where you've said, this person shouldn't be in sales. They're not a salesperson. We're not talking about that. Okay, I'm assuming the people watching this, you're in real estate for a reason. You're motivated. You're not lazy. You know how to sell. When a good opportunity comes along, you know how to close the deal. Your issue, though, is you don't have enough of those opportunities. Let me give you the baseball analogy. Let's say you're the best baseball player in the world. I mean, you can hit the ball out of the park. But if the manager never puts you up to bat, it doesn't matter how good of a batter you are. You don't have enough bats, right? You're not getting up to bat. You can't hit the ball out of the park. Here's what I do for you. I get you more at bats. Okay, now, when you get more at bats, you'll also be more proficient when you're doing listing appointments and buyer appointments because you're doing them a lot, right? Like if I golf 3 times a year, I'm going to suck. I'm never going to get better, right? But if I was golfing 3 times a week, I would start to get better. So all of this starts to click when we get you more at bats. So look at me. My first year in real estate, disaster. In fact, I'm thinking at the end of my first year of real estate, what else am I going to do? I'm a failure because what am I doing? Door knocking, cold calling, sitting in open houses, all the crap they teach us to do, right? So I'm the same guy in the same marketplace. I didn't switch cities, but I switched my approach. Instead of cold calling and door knocking and running pretty boy advertising, right? You know, they picture of me next to my BMW. I care about you. Stupid, right? Everyone's doing that stuff. I know you don't want to be stupid with your marketing. The natural thing that we do when we get into real estate is it's very natural, right? We don't know what we're doing. So we look around at what all the other real estate agents are doing. Seems normal, right? It's like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new at this. Let's look at and everyone else is cold calling and door knocking and running pretty boy advertising and sitting in open houses and doing floor time. So that's what we think is right. But if you step out of real estate and you look at any other successful professional, they have clients contacting them, right? Your doctor or lawyer, they're not cold calling, right? They offer a unique service and they market themselves, and that's why they're successful. So this has got nothing to do with your ability to sell. Okay? It doesn't matter if you've got no one to sell to. Now, once we get the sales component working for you, and by the way, I know you're thinking, well, I don't have a whole bunch of money. Neither did I. Neither did the thousands of agents I shared this with. We have to, in the beginning, because we ain't got no money, we have to discover inexpensive ways to use Facebook and Google and other media, okay, to build up our marketing arsenal. Then we can do some of the more expensive things. But we all start with zero, right? Zero confidence, zero money in our bank accounts. Most of the agents that come to me are struggling, right? They're not coming to me doing great. They're not coming to me saying, hey, I'm already making $1 million a year. Can you help me make $2 million a year? Most of them are trying to figure this business out, just like me. So I understand you. I get you, because I was you literally for 25 years in the trenches selling real estate. Go look at your Facebook news feed. Every other post is a real estate coach, an expert, a lead generation company, people trying to sell you garbage literally over and over and over again, right? When I started doing this, I think there was like 4 coaches in real estate. Okay, there's like 4 of us, 4 big coaches, and we actually had a track record for doing this. Today, people don't seem to wonder why, what's your track record? Why are you an authority to talk on this subject? Like, what did you do? Did you make millions of dollars every year actually selling real estate? Or do you just have a Facebook account and you got your picture in front of an exotic car and now you say you're an expert? So buyer beware, right? Be very careful who you're taking advice from, because you can go down some rabbit holes. You want somebody that's going to help you get rich, not them get rich, right? Okay, so what have we talked about so far? We talked about old paradigms. We've talked about the fact that you're not lazy, okay? You're a go-getter. That's why you're watching this here. We've been at this now for like 20 minutes and you're still watching. That means you're interested. Okay, what are the next steps? You need to change your approach, okay? Whether it's Craig Proctor or whoever's going to help you, clearly it's not working, whatever you're doing right now, or you wouldn't be here. Okay, you want to do better. I don't think there's anybody that gets up in the morning and says, oh, I want to do worse today than I did yesterday. That's not how it works, right? We want to continue to grow and scale our business. So you do need a mentor. You need a mastermind group. You need to be plugged in with real estate agents that are successfully doing the thing that you want to do. Okay, you got to be coached up on how to do this. Now, I want to teach you to fish. I'm not here to try to sell you leads forever and never teach you how to do it. I get that. Lead generation companies, they want you to be dependent, not independent. I want to teach you how to think like a marketer. I want to teach you how to learn this so you can be in charge and be totally involved in your marketing. Now, I am doing a conference in Orlando, Florida, and I'm going to invite all of you to attend the conference. If somebody could type into the comments right now, seminardetails.com, no space, just seminardetails.com. That's a clickable link. Now, why do you want to come to Orlando with me and hundreds of my millionaire students? So you can sit there and learn how to do this, right? What is going to be the most effective messages to run to your ideal target market? Well, Craig, how do I determine what my ideal target market is? Of all the different opportunities, what is the opportunity in my marketplace, in my city, that will make me the most amount of money, right? Well, there's certain things that go into this, right? Who do you enjoy to work with? What's the turnover on those areas? What's the days in the market? So we're going to drill down on how do I select my target market? And then we're going to look at the marketing that works the best to get buyers and sellers, not just to raise their hand. The last thing you need are more leads in your database. You already got all kinds of leads in your database. Most of them you can't talk to anyway. You've tried. You've been on the phone calling them and calling them. You can't reach them because they're not picking up the phone. So we're going to do what? Generate more leads and have them go into your unconverted lead database and it gets bigger and bigger? No, we're not going to do that. Our call to action is going to be they call you. That's it. That's a lead. If they're not calling you, we're not even going to count it as a lead. The last thing you need is more email addresses and phone numbers in your database. Okay? So we need to talk about what is the conversion funnel. How are we going to reach these prospects with emails and text messages and fancy retargeting marketing? So when we get the lead, we are creating this omnipresence. So eventually they call us. To get them to call us, we have to have a killer offer. And I'm sorry if I was to speak to most of you, what you would say to me if I pretended I was the buyer or the seller, what you've got for me, it's not cutting it. Now, how do you know that I'm right on this? Because the buyers and sellers are not beating down your door to get it. Again, you wouldn't be watching this if this point wasn't the fact, right? You need killer offers. The only reason a buyer or seller is going to call you because you have to offer something they really, really want and they can't get it online and they can't get it from another real estate agent. When all this starts to work, you can start to build your team out. You can start to scale your business. So eventually it is a real business. Doesn't depend on you. That's how I was able to sell 500 to 600 homes every single year. I sold over 10,000 homes. Most of the 10,000 homes were sold by my team member. Now, I've never been a broker, owner, or anything like that. I was just a real estate agent working at the RE/MAX office with a small team. This was highly profitable, and it allowed me to have a life outside of my real estate business. So if you're looking for a real estate mentor, seminardetails.com. You come and you spend 2 days with me. Okay? It's a couple $100. If you don't like it, you're not blown away. Just give your money back. I don't need your money. I'm good. What I'm looking for are superstars. Okay? So seminardetails.com. Now, if you would like a free report that summarizes what we've talked about here today, type into the comments, free report. Type in the comments, free report right now, and we'll get a summary of what we've talked about in the form of a free report. We'll get that out to you. Okay, and if you'd like to book a call with us to talk more about Craig Proctor training and coaching, if someone could type in proctorcall.com, no space, just my name, proctorcall.com, that also is a clickable link that'll take you to our book a call page. So, Orlando, Florida, April 3rd and 4th. Circle that on your calendar. April 3rd and 4th. It's at the beautiful Omni Resort. You will be sitting shoulder to shoulder with millionaire agents. Now, I don't want you to be intimidated. I don't want you to think, well, maybe this isn't for me. I don't make millions of dollars. Nope. I want you to sit there beside the millionaire presenters as they go on stage and they show you, here's how we're using Google. Here's how we're using Facebook. Here's how we're retargeting. Here's how we're using automated conversion funnels. Here's how we're using artificial intelligence to answer the calls. Here's how we're using artificial intelligence to improve our marketing. This conference is about leverage. We're going to teach you how to leverage your business in 3 different ways. Number 1, leverage yourself through marketing. Number 2, leverage yourself through technology and systems. And number 3, leverage yourself through people, through the efforts of other people. You are on the cusp of making millions of dollars a year by following a system. This is like the franchise prototype for the business, the life that you want to have. I want to thank you so much for watching this. If you found this extremely helpful, please smash the like button, maybe give me a little heart. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with what we've talked about here today. You also can share this training with any other agent by hitting the share button. You might want to share it with your broker owner, because obviously your broker owner wants to help all the other agents at your office. So thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you guys in Orlando, Florida, April 3rd and 4th. Don't forget to request a free report or book a call with us. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again next time. This is Real Estate Coach Craig Proctor. Hi, this is Craig Proctor. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed that video. And listen, I've got a lot more information for you to help you grow your real estate business. You see, several times a week, I record new videos and I load them onto this YouTube channel. What I'd like you to do, if you'd like to access them, are two important things, and both are totally free. Number one is I'd like you to subscribe to this channel. You're gonna see a little subscribe button for you to click on. And if you don't already have an account with YouTube, it's free for you to set it up. It's really easy, it's free, but you've got to subscribe to this channel. And the most important thing is to ring the little bell right next to the subscribe button. And that's gonna let you know every time I load new money-making videos to help you grow your real estate business. So make sure you subscribe right now, you ring the little bell, and we'll see you on the next video.